A young man, bright and ambitious, traveled far across mountains and rivers to meet a Zen master. He believed he was ready for enlightenment. He had read many books, studied philosophy, and even debated teachers in his hometown. When he finally stood before the master, he bowed politely but wasted no time. He began speaking quickly, as though every word was proof of his worth. "I have studied for years," he said. "I know the teachings of the Buddha, the scriptures, and the writings of great thinkers. But I want to know your secret. Teach me about enlightenment." The master listened quietly, nodding from time to time. But his eyes were calm, unreadable, like still water. Instead of answering, the master invited the young man to sit. He placed 2 cups on the low wooden table and began to brew tea. The smell of fresh leaves filled the air. The young man, impatient, continued to speak. He explained what he thought meditation was, how he believed enlightenment worked, and what methods he thought were superior. The master said nothing. He simply poured tea into the student's cup. At first, the young man barely noticed. But soon, the tea rose to the brim. And still, the master poured. The hot liquid spilled over the edge, running across the table, dripping onto the floor. Finally, the young man could not stay silent. "Stop! Master, the cup is full! No more will go in!" The master slowly set down the teapot and looked into the young man's eyes. "You are like this cup," the master said. "Full of your own opinions, ideas, and conclusions. How can I teach you unless you first empty your cup?" The room fell silent. For the first time, the young man had no words. He realized that all his pride, all his talking, had left no space for true wisdom. And in that silence, a door opened inside him. The lesson of the empty cup is not just for monks and students of Zen. It is for all of us. We fill our cups with assumptions, judgments, and what we think we already know. We interrupt others instead of listening. We resist new ideas because they challenge what's familiar. And we forget that growth only begins when we are willing to admit that we don't know everything. To learn, to change, to discover something deeper, we must empty our cup. So ask yourself, what beliefs do I hold on to so tightly that they leave no room for new wisdom? Am I really listening when others speak, or just waiting for my turn to respond? Am I willing to let go of pride, to stay humble, to be a lifelong student? Every day is a chance to empty our cup, to open our minds, to begin again. If this story touched you, take a deep breath. Release what you're holding onto, and allow space for something new to flow into your life. Thank you for listening to The Empty Cup. If you'd like more stories of wisdom, motivation, and self-discovery, subscribe and walk this path with me.